Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time coming by my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm grateful that you're here. If you see a video that you like, please do the thumbs up and like it. If you would like to be notified every time that I load up a new video, which is at this point Thursdays and Sundays, a new video goes up every Thursday, every Sunday, then hit the notification bell and you'll be notified when I post something new so you can come check it out. And most of all, if you like my content, if you want to support me, if you think it's so freaking cool the way that I'm sharing myself and sharing juicy topics and answering questions and giving some life advice, and you think it will benefit others, then I ask you to please subscribe to my channel and help me grow. And on that note, today I am talking about something that is so huge in men, women, and young children. Well, teenagers, even young children, but not real young, because they just don't really know any better yet. But teenagers and even preteens are doing this, and adults are the worst. Yes, us adults are the worst. And that is competition with each other. Instead of competing with ourselves, we are so inclined to compete with other people. There's so much distraction of just people looking a certain way, people acting a certain way, their status, their level of success, the amount of money they possibly have and maybe don't, the cars they drive, the clothes they wear, the titles they hold, the way they run their family, all of that stuff causes people to feel some type of freaking way. And I'd be lying to you if I sat here in this video and said, I've never been envious. I've never felt like, God, I just wish I had what she had. I'd be lying if I said that to you. But what I've come to realize, especially in the past 3 years on this journey of health and wellness and living well, when I say living well, I mean the weight loss physically that I experienced, the weight loss mentally that I experienced, and the lessons that I fucking finally learned, and the lessons that I'm still learning, that experience has really clarified for me what not to do and why. And in life, when we're so busy trying to figure out, what do I do? How do I do it? How can I be the best? Woo, all this stuff about being the best, wanting to learn all that, people aren't trying to figure out what not to do. I saw a quote recently that I thought was so profound and cool. I'm not searching for my other half. I'm not half. I'm not searching for my other half because I'm not half. I fucking love that quote. That quote, I could talk to you about that quote for a long time, but I'm not going to. But that quote fits into this topic. If we are searching for our other half in a person, in a place, or things, material things, we are looking in all of the wrong places. The biggest thing that people need to know and believe, because you can know something and not actually believe it. You have to know and believe it, and like really believe it to believe it, is that everything, every person, every place, and everything that makes you and me and every other human being whole is right here inside of us. And there was a time, very recently, even prior to 3 years ago, when I really felt in my heart that what will make me whole and complete and so fucking happy is having a man that loves me to pieces, that looks at me and I'm the apple of his eye. Now, I still want my man to think of me as the apple of his eye and to love me to pieces, no doubt. But no man, no matter how much he loves and adores and cherishes me, is ever going to complete me. No Range Rover, Audi S7, Mercedes is going to ever complete me and make me happy. No house over there in Union Park where I want to live right now. No badass $1 million condo is ever going to complete me and make me happy. No animal, no pet, no best friend, no nothing. No trip to fucking Greece because I'm dying to go to Greece. That's not going to complete me and make me happy. What will complete me and make me happy and attract in that house in Union Park, that Audi Q7, that whatever the hell I want and everything I want, is me turning in to myself, meaning physically turning inward, not poof, turning into myself, but me turning inward to myself and healing and doing work on me and learning to love me so much that I don't care really what anyone else thinks of me. And there's a caveat to that. I'll get to it in a minute. That is what is going to make me happy and make me whole and make me complete. I am not half of anything. I don't need something else to complete the other half and make me whole. And nor do you. Okay? So the caveat that I was going back to is that it doesn't matter what other people think of us because it's none of our business. But of course, we care if people don't like us or if people like us to an extent. So my point to that is, of course I care what people think of me to an extent. I want people to like me. I'm likable. I want a man to love me. I'm lovable. I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of like. I'm worthy of desire and admiration. But I already possess all of those things for myself. I'm already in love with Nancy. I already am fully aware that I'm desirable, that I'm likable, that I'm lovable, that I'm worthy of success, that I'm worthy of love and joy and happiness and abundance. So no one else and nothing else and no place else on the outside of me has the power, has the ability, or could possibly fill me to completion. I will enjoy those things as I attract them once I am fully happy with myself. So it's such a simple thing that most people don't really get, but more and more people are tuning in now. I feel like in the past 2 or 3 years, there's so many more people that are just getting really spiritually connected and surrendering to life and the signs in life and the circumstances of life and the energies of life. And it's a really beautiful thing to witness. And it's the most beautiful thing to witness in yourself when it's happening. And unless you're experiencing some of it now and you don't know what the fuck is happening, but it feels all wanky, or unless you're already well into that experience and you get it, you can't possibly understand what I'm saying, and I probably sound like the most craziest broad on the planet. But the truth is that when you choose you first, and that may mean disconnecting from people, places, and things that you enjoy and that you thought fill a void for you, but they really don't. It may mean you have to disconnect from those, cut the cords, and be alone for a little while. Enjoy being by yourself. Enjoy seeing yourself every day in the mirror. Enjoy taking pictures of yourself. Enjoy checking your body out, getting to know your body, and I mean intimately. Y'all still might be sitting here thinking, all right, this is cocky, this is arrogant, this is crazy, she's full of herself. You might think that. That's totally okay. That says everything about you and nothing about me. I thought I loved myself my entire life. I thought I'm lovable. I'm sweet, I'm shy, I'm sensitive, I'm nice, I'm kind, I'm happy. This shit, it does make me emotional when I think back, because I really thought I loved myself. But until I learned some very difficult lessons that were so shoved in my face over and over and over and over and over again, to the point of knocking me the fuck out, I didn't fully love myself. I realized that I didn't and haven't fully loved myself. I realized that I wasn't learning the lessons. And so things were being repeated and repeated and repeated. And I kept thinking on the outside, well, why am I attracting these people? What's happening? And what's wrong? Like I did feel like what's wrong with me, but I never turned inward to figure out why I felt that way. And in talking to different people and meeting different people on this journey and learning to love myself, the sad but awesome, fascinating reality is that I never felt worthy of love. I never felt worthy of success. I never felt worthy of making money. I never felt worthy of approval. And that's sad. That's really sad. And I think that a lot of people in the world feel that way and don't even really get it, don't even understand it, because I didn't. I'm always going to speak to you firsthand experience and say when I have the experience. And I hope this really resonates with someone watching this. God, I really do. It'll make my day, because it's so crazy to go almost 47 years of your life thinking you love yourself, thinking that you deserve success, thinking that you're worthy, but then learning through really cool, fascinating, spiritual, energetic, connection, people meeting type of stuff, that everything that you thought wasn't. That's rough. But the coolest thing in the world that I can share with you on this video is that everything that you want and that gain of inner peace, the reward of self-love, and all that happens around you and to you as a result of that work that you honor yourself with, is in alignment of greatness. I'm trying to find the words. Me, the wordy bitch that I am. I'm trying to find the words to explain this so you can understand, because it's really like magic shit. To be honest, the weird thing is, like, it's witchy. My soul sisters and I have a group of friends. We're all on the same page with this stuff, and I promise you, it's witchy. People think that we're witches. Like, people think it's crazy, but it's not. And when you truly dig deep and learn yourself and go back and understand all of your behaviors, your patterns, your stories, the things you learned as a child, the things you thought as a child, the things that you experienced, that you saw, that you felt, and you like take that puzzle apart and you dissect it and you learn it, and then you start to understand that what we perceive is not what is. God, people are going to think I'm crazy, but like, I have to talk about this. It's the most coolest thing on the planet to know that you're becoming aligned with purpose. When you live with intention and you speak with intention and you think with intention and you're mindful and you are aiming to live a purposeful life, an intentional life, which the opposite of that is how 90% of the people live in this world, and that is robots, just going through the motions. Y'all don't think that you're doing that, but so many people, I was doing it. I know a whole lot of people that are doing it. I know a very few who are not. But I know in the past 3 years that I'm meeting more and more people that are finding themselves and loving themselves. A good friend of mine that I just met moving here, and she was one of the first people I met. And she went through something extremely traumatic, and maybe one day I'll have her on here and we can talk about it. In fact, I would love to. Her husband, and they were still married, they were kind of separated for a little bit, and he pulled a gun on her. And he didn't shoot it, but the experience of him doing that act and her seeing the barrel of a gun aimed at her and the aftermath of that was extremely traumatic. But through and in that trauma, she discovered herself in a way that for me as a outsider looking in, knowing her only for a few years, was like really fucking profound. The woman that she is today, 1.5, almost, I think this happened 1.5 years ago, not quite 2 years, I don't think yet. The woman she is today is a completely different woman than she was before that incident happened and when that incident happened. I'm not wishing anyone to go through trauma to be gifted or be aware of or discover the power of finding yourself and loving yourself so that everything else around you can just be whole. That's not what I'm saying here, but I'm using her as an example, and I use myself as an example because when I meet people that are strong, that are spirited, like high-spirited, that are spirit-full, that live with intention, it's an energy that you feel. When you're in that space yourself, like I am, it's so cool. God, I want everyone to feel it. I want to like fix the world with this because it's so huge. But when you're in that space and you feel the other people that are in it too, it's love. The only way I could put it. Ooh, it almost makes me want to cry. Because it's the intention of what our life is supposed to be. Love is the most misused word. It's the most misused word. But love is the word. It is the thing. It is the purpose. It is the feeling. It is the emotion. It is the action. And when you get to a point where you have seen the darkest dark, you are at the bottom of the barrel. Love is what gets you free. But that love does not come from your dog, your best friend, your boyfriend, a great sex partner, a nice orgasm, a beautiful home, endless money in the bank, the biggest diamond ring you've ever seen that you need sunglasses to look at. That love comes from right here. That love comes from your soul. And the reality is that most people don't live in that space. Most people live in the space of satisfaction from outside influences and distractions. Persons, places, and things. People, places, and things. And it is a sad and real reality. I have tasted salaries up to, well into the six figures. My best money-making year to date of my life was when I was 27 years old as an executive recruiter, and my net pay for the year was over $140,000. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to tell you that I was not a happy person in a happy place, and I was not in a space of self-love. But what that money did for me that year, it bought me the most bomb-ass shoes. I was the best dressed. I had a beautiful townhome, a brand new Acura Legend, fully loaded with every bell and whistle. I had things. I looked good. I showed up right. But at the end of the day, when I went home and I sat with myself or sat with my kids, I wasn't fulfilled and I wasn't whole. So my point to this video is that you are not half. So don't search for the other half. You are whole. You were born whole. And all you need to do is so simple. If you're feeling some type of way, if something isn't exactly how you want it, if you're not attracting in the money, the abundance, the success, the job, the career satisfaction, the family life, the friendships, the bonds with your kids, whatever it is that feels a void to you, it has nothing to do with them or those or that. It has everything to do with you and you and you. So we all have work to do. I still have work to do. This is a journey. It's an unending journey, but I promise you, when you get to a certain point in the journey and the shit gets real and you it's like when people are on a weight loss journey and your goal is to lose 20 pounds and you lose the 20, the fucking euphoria is unbelievable. And you're in such a great place and state of mind and so proud that you're like, I'm never going back to the way I was. That's how this is times 5 million. So crawl inside yourself. Get to know yourself. Spend some nights inside. Even if you have a family, you have a husband, a wife, people that you live with, everyone deserves and needs time alone. If you have to schedule that shit in a calendar and say, I am out of freaking pocket for 1 hour or a half an hour, 20 minutes if you need to. Take a damn bath. Your kids and no one else needs to be sitting on the bathroom floor while you're sitting in a tub of water and having a moment. So it doesn't have to be some elaborate amount of time, but it needs to be consistent time. One of the best ways I'll suggest before I get off this video for you to start to get to know yourself and to dig into your roots and peel them back is to journal, is to get out a pen and a paper, whether it's a pad of paper, spiral notebook, journal, fancy schmancy book, whatever, and write some things. Start with what you're grateful for, but write about your past. Take some notes or just think. Go to a place of thought. Put on some music if you want, or just sit in silence. Two of the best places for me to think, and I have my best thoughts and I'm not distracted by anything or anyone, is in the bathtub, which I love to take a bath. There's something about water. I think I mentioned it in another video. Water is life. I got my water right here. I always have my water. I drink it like crazy. Water is life. Soak your ass in a tub. Everyone needs a bath. Put some Epsom salt in or go to Lush and get a bath bomb. It's pretty. It smells amazing. You're going to smell fucking amazing. I just went off on a tangent. But anyway, I love a bath. But in the bath or in the car. Those are two places. And music. Oh, I'm going to do a video on music one day. The power of music. I put on certain type of music. I'm not going to talk about it in this video when I'm in my car. So I don't have dead silence in there. And me singing to the songs that I like to hear puts me in a trance of thought. And I literally think about everything in my whole life. I've done some of my best growing and learning about myself sitting in my car singing and just taking a drive, or in the bathtub. Those are the two best places. So that's what I suggest for you. So you are not half. You were never meant to be half, and you never were half. You are whole already, and no one else and nothing else and no place else can make you whole. You can make yourself whole. And when you do that work and you complete yourself by doing the work, because that's another thing that's going to just automatically, energetically happen when you make the choice to surrender and dive in instead of look elsewhere to be fulfilled. The universe is going to pay you back, sister. Not just sister, because it's men too. The universe is going to pay you back. All of you, men, women, children, everything. And the younger you are when you get this and it clicks and you do the work, whew, I can't even imagine if I had this knowledge and this understanding when I was 15, 20, 30, 40, but I'm grateful that it happened. I'm so grateful. So I'm going to rub off on you right now and radiate and shed some light. I hope it touches you. And I just want you to know that you are exceptional. You are beautiful. You are powerful. You are empowering. You are special. You're cherished. Men, women, children, whoever's watching this, your dog. Seriously, you're not half. You're whole already. So turn inward, work on you, think of you, honor you, cherish you, love the shit out of you, and beautiful, magical things will happen. Okay? I hope you're all having a wonderful day, evening, whenever you're watching this, morning. I love you. You so matter. And peace out.